Hey everyone, Codex here. Today we are going to be talking about price predictions and analysis of Polkadot. So, if you are unfamiliar with Polkadot, it's basically an open source blockchain platform based on the proof of stake consensus algorithm, unlike Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Litecoin, which are proof of work coins. Now, a lot of people have been lately ranting about DOT and its performance and how the coin didn't live up to the expectations, especially in the Q4 of last year, since its price is down around 48% as of today. And I mean, that's partially true. I'm not here to deny the fact that DOT has been bleeding. However, people are forgetting that DOT performed exceptionally well at the beginning of the year. DOT was sitting here at about $5 at the end of last year, and a lot of people were making jokes about it being a stable coin, but if we take a move from that target all the way up to May, we can see that DOT went up around 1000%, which is 11x. So it's normal to have these pullbacks and to have moves to the downside after each rally, but what's concerning for DOT is that it lately didn't too much, and it has only been losing its value, not only against the US dollar and Bitcoin, but also against Ethereum. Now, if you are new to this channel, one thing we always say is that when investing into altcoins, your goal is not only to outperform the US dollar and Bitcoin, but also to outperform Ethereum, since Ethereum is basically the safest bet when it comes to alts. Ethereum is basically our altcoin index, and if the altcoin of your choice can't manage to outperform Ethereum, then there is no need to hold it, because you are literally exposing yourself to a high risk for nothing. Now, DOT has clearly been fallen down against Ether, and from March, the coin has lost around 68% of its value to its competitor, which makes us question, is holding DOT really worth it? Is holding a coin that has been going down for the last 9 months or so against the safest bet a good idea? So to answer that, we need to take a look at our momentum indicator, and if we take a look here at the KDJ on a weekly time frame, we can see some kind of a reversal in plan. The black line is already heading to the upside, which is usually a good sign, but what we really need is a confirmation, and a confirmation will only be obtained if the blue line manages to cross with the orange line and head to the upside, starting a bullish race against it. Basically, something like in here back in July, which ended up with DOT going up 100% against Ethereum. We also experienced the same thing at the end of 2020 on our indicator, which triggered a 260% move to the upside for DOT against Ethereum, and here we are once again. As I said, we don't have a confirmation yet, but we are getting there. Now, one thing to keep in mind is us going up against Ethereum doesn't necessarily mean we will go up against the US dollar. If Ethereum starts going down, then DOT will most likely follow it. And with the whole crypto asset bleeding now, there is a high chance of DOT keeping its current momentum until things change. Now, let's take a look at our risk metric to have an idea on DOT's valuation in relation to the US dollar. So, if you are new here, this is a private indicator that I've developed in order to know when a particular asset is being undervalued and oversold, and when it's being overvalued and overbought. So this is basically the risk metric. We have discussed this indicator many times right here in this channel, and we also explained how it works. So I'll make sure to leave a link to the previous video in the description so you can understand it. And by the way, you can access this indicator for free alongside the risk metric for Cardano, Link, Solana, Harmony, and BNB by joining our Telegram. It's totally free. You don't have to pay a nickel for it. So briefly, the indicator is on the scale of 10, and the green area right here is the accumulation phase, where the risk starts getting low, indicating a good buy opportunity and a potential move to the upside. And for DOT, the previous accumulation phase was when its price was between $10 and $28. And here we are again, back at our accumulation phase, where we gradually buy. And by gradually, I mean slowly. You should never put all your fiat or all of the money you tend to invest at once, because even in these accumulation phases, the price can still drop another 20 or 30%. And that's why your goal is to slowly buy at each level. Each time we drop lower on the risk metric, you buy more. And by following that strategy, you ensure that if the price ever goes up, you can make profits. And if the price goes down, with the risk metric slipping to lower levels, you can buy a bigger quantity in these low regions and have a better average price to the point where it won't feel like a 30 or 40% drop, but more like a 10 or 15% drop. DOT's current risk is at about 3.27 or 3.3, and by following this strategy, by following the risk metric, we usually say that a good approach would be to use 10% of your fiat when the risk is between 3 and 4. So using 10% of the money you tend to invest in Polkadot right now is a very good idea. Now, of course, the price can still drop down, especially with Bitcoin's current momentum, but according to our indicators, DOT is extremely undervalued and oversold. I do believe that DOT will reach $100 one day, and those that will make the most profit won't be the ones that buy at the top. The ones that will make the profit are those that buy in these regions right now when everybody is being fearful and when everybody is selling. So, to conclude, DOT is extremely undervalued and it looks like it's time for things to change, especially against Ethereum. Can the price drop lower? I don't know personally. I'm not here to claim that I do know, but you have to keep in mind that if you intend on waiting for the price to drop down to some of the price targets you have in mind, then DOT may leave you hanging there. And this is why following the risk metric and following a proper strategy of slowly buying and slowly selling using such indicators is much better. So this was about it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave the video a thumbs up and a comment. Join our Telegram where you can get this indicator for free alongside to many other indicators. And peace.